Hello, everyone. Hi, and welcome to Misery, Abject, Absolute, Horrendous Misery, also known as the Long Drive. Hello, everyone. JW Shields here, broadcasting live from the Long Drive, where we are going to be driving very longly. And a special fuck you to the JW Shields from past week, who decided to leave me, if I remember correctly, on a near vertical cliff. And because they left me on a near vertical cliff, I have decided to title this stream appropriately. Just call it Mountains, in the hopes that reverse psychology is going to mean that after we finish climbing this particular Mount Everest, there's going to be less hills. Ha 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 ha. All of those titles telling that, oh no, you're actually going to cover ground this time, you fucking cock. No, no, on this one there's going to be mountains, plenty of mountains. Wink, wink. You know, it may have been a bad idea to just leave my eyes separate. Rest assured, I am winking. Anyway, let's get some tunes going. Okay, there's going to be some tunes momentarily. There we go. And let's get down to business. This is the one, 1322 kilometers. As you can see, we have not made it to the state of Indiana. We still have 200 kilometers to make it there. We'll see what happens. Loading. Yep, look at this bullshit. Well, let's get going then. Get it. Get it. Okay, so that didn't quite work out. Let's try it again. These mountains are bullshit, they are heretical, and I wish the developer all the worst for putting them here. What are you cutting, you bitch? There we go. Oh, 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 oh. 1 kilometer. It's rolling back. Okay. Damn it. Okay. First. Let it roll back and use reverse to go slightly up. We are going up. That fucking cactus was almost unreachable a moment ago. First, there we go. Keep climbing, you bitch. Keep climbing. Right, handbrake is on. So we're just going to push this very slightly that way. No. Oh, that's right, I'm sliding. This place is so fucking vertical that let's just push a little bit. There we go. Just a little bit further up. Do you think I'm scared of jank? I'm going to use your fucking jank against you, you fucking bitch. Their vertical wall. Lot of exhaust fumes coming into the car, but that's fine. Okay, switch into first. You. Let's disable auto shift for a little bit. And re-enable it. That clearly wasn't working. There. Damn it. Fine, get stuck on the first and second shift. See if I care. There we go. Oh, that final bump is going to be lethal. Then we're still climbing. Not the time to shift yet. Not yet. Red line is 6,000 on this thing. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, that's right, at some point I do have to stop it. Piss, but not yet. There we go, keep snaking, keep snaking. This is also absolutely tanking the fuel economy, isn't it? And we're still climbing, and it's still fucking sheer. Oh my fucking god. Where did we start? 1322. We have done 3 kilometers. We have proved that our cooling is magnificent on account of the thing having overheated yet. There we go. There we go. There's a building. We're going to be stopping at that building and just doing everything that we need to do. Right, we're going to enable auto shift again, just because this place is flat. Handbrake on. There's usually nothing of note on this ones, but we can just, you know. Look at this, and it's still going. We're in a very tall part of this game. Sponge bed. Water. How are we on water, actually? Chat, how are you on water? 15 liters, okay. Yeah. Getting a CP myself, and there you go, that should be enough. We grab one of the meats. Auto shift is on, let's go. We'll keep it in first, I think. Doesn't matter if it is bouncing off the rev limiter. Because that's what's going to happen. We are still climbing. Let's see. Are we nearing the top then? Yep, I think we are. Which means it's time for me to just park right here. Look, you can't see any of the lampposts because all of it is way below. I thought we would be able to, but alas. We're doing good for coolant and for oil. Okay. The other number I think we should look for is 1620, which is exactly 1000 miles, which means we will be 30% of the way there. Right, we're going to move for half an hour. We have done... Christ, I keep forgetting the number, don't I? 1322, and now we're in 1328, so 6 kilometers. Six kilometers, but now we're in the flatlands. Let's fucking go. Oh, it's time for try not to die while going downhill. Ease it over gently, gently. And let us not celebrate this brief reprieve from going uphill, because as we damn well know, it just means that we're going to be going up very, very soon. Not going to stop and check if I drop something. The car is still rolling. There we go. I think I can see when we were going to start going uphill again. There we go. This isn't fucking Ohio, it's the fucking Sierras. Interesting air brake, but very effective. Sorry, air brake. Ground brake. Doesn't matter, doesn't fucking matter. Just gently tapping the brakes. Oh, there it's the uphill bit again. Oh, oh, oh. Yep, I can see it going down and going up over to the right. No chance of getting the planes, I don't think. But we can at least see the road and it's not going to the... and it's not climbing fucking vertically, so there is that. Half an hour and we have done 20 kilometers. Okay, let's... Is it really that steep again? Yes, it is. God damn it. Toppy, thanks for joining us tonight, bud. You are watching me going slightly insane at a shitload of heels. Oh, I think... Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's where we start losing speed, I think. Well, it is supposed to be a long drive, and a long drive demands a nice flat piece of land to drive, and what we are getting here is mountain after mountain after mountain. The title is supposed to be reverse psychology. Lull the computer into thinking that I was ready to do all of this shit. It is apparently not working. Okay. The programming on this automatic transmission is very, very stupid, so let's just shift to manual for this nonsense. Bounce off the rev limiter, I literally do not give a shit. Oh, they absolutely are burning entirely too much gas on this particular occasion, but that's mostly because I've spent a great bit of this playthrough just going uphill. Which is why you can see the oil drums on the rear view mirror. Okay, we are cooking again. I can see the road expanding in front of me. That's fine. Finally, we may actually do some progress here. So long as this road doesn't yeet me down a fucking near vertical cliff, which I think it wants to do. No. Don't do it, I'm fucking watching you. Also, to the credit of the fuel consumption, I am running this thing flat out. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, we're still bouncing a bit. But that's okay. Oh! Well, I nearly got a rabbit to the windscreen. Ooh, ooh. Oh, this playthrough has been a constant hitting rocks everywhere, which is why I'm trying really hard not to go too much off the road. Yeah, it's absolutely horrible. This playthrough now has one stated goal: finish and immediately uninstall the game, just to prove that I am not going to be defeated by some unfinished abandonware nonsense. Christ, is this bouncy? And you keep bouncing me towards the lampposts. Stop bouncing me towards the lampposts. Okay, yes, this is much better. We may actually do some progressing here. Okay, we're starting to bounce again. Not good. There we go, let's keep going while we can. It's still bouncy as hell, but a normal amount of bouncy. Oh, thank Christ. The grasslands are flatter, not completely flat, but flatter. Oh, we're being very gentle. Very, very gentle. Oh, oh, oof. That was 200 kilometers an hour or about 120 miles, which is entirely too fucking fast. Let's... oh, oh. Okay, we need to... and I'm dead. Okay. Did hit a rock. Let's switch this off and piece our shit back together. Wheel. Wheel still has the hubcap. Okay, I'm going to leave that there until I get everything else. Headlight. Right. Other things are still there. Where is the hood? There is the hood. Mounted. Do I have the handbrake on? Handbrake is on. Gauge cluster is there. Switch it off though. Grab the wheel. No, grab the wheel. piece of Unity trash. Okay. Okay, that is the tire. Where is the rim? The rim is still there. Okay. Can anyone tell me how to stop the whole video pause continue watching? YouTube, you're not my fucking dad. Just let me play this shit for as long as I want. Okay. Now I need a sponge, which I don't think I have in here. Nope. Damn it. I'll pick one up at some other point. Yeah, that's right, we need to do all of this nonsense. Broadcast elastic, gotten some food. Let's just keep going and see what happens. And now I need to be on the lookout for buildings to find, you know, some... That's not a building, that's just a radio tower. To find a sponge. Because if I don't find it, this red means that the next crash I have is probably going to be fatal. Oh, and that there is a garage. No, it's just a normal gas station, but it should probably have what I need. There you go. Any chance of a light switch? Here's one. There we go. Let's see. Lanterns, a sun visor, some wheels. No sponges. Okay. We have filled the oil again without needing to tap into our reserves. Ooh. Well, that was scary. We also lost our rear view there, but that's not important. Okay, nothing of note here. No, that's a... Those are the wrong hubcaps. Just going to dump this in the car, close this, and we'll be on our merry way. We are once again nearing the hour mark. We'll see how much we have traveled. Temperatures and fuel are still fine. Don't the lights look gorgeous when seen through the giant blood stain on the interior. Okay, stabilized again. Bus station does usually have a sponge on it. Wheel, wheel. Magazine and something else. That is diesel. That is blood. Nothing useful for me. Be careful, rabbit. Oh, I see something over yonder, but I'm not going to drive there. But if the road takes me there, I wouldn't, be opposed to it. This is more in tune to what I was thinking. That was a radio tower of no particular importance. so fucking bouncy. They say there, do you have a sponge? You have this thing, I have no idea what it is, but you have it. Gas oil. Bridge. Bridge with meat slab. We may as well stock up. Here, chat, hold this. Ammo, lantern, water. Nothing there. Nothing in the shitter. Nothing on the roof of the shitter. Okay. An hour, let's just save. We started in 1275. We have done 1385. 110 kilometers in about an hour. Christ, I guess we did pick up the pace, didn't we? Oh, that's right. Sorry, it's this one. 1322. Just 60. Well, it is the pace that we're following. So I'm going to overwrite this one. And we're going to keep going because someone somewhere has to have a fucking sponge. There we go, actually at 60 odd kilometers an hour we are actually going faster than we have on previous streams. Which is really sad if you stop and think about it. There we go. Yeah, we passed the dangerous Ohio mountain range, I think. There we go. We just need to not bounce the pedal. There. Radiator which is empty. Water. Nothing there either. This transmission reminds me very uncomfortably of a scooter. It's just letting the gear changes. That is an observation tower, nothing of interest therein. Yeah, okay, there we go, there we go. Sponge, there we go. That's all I needed. Okay, we're going to equip it. And perfect. And in actual fact, the sponge no longer works. So we can just neatly dump it here. Dump a little bit of gas in this thing. Anything else of note in here? Another meat slab? Don't think so. Right. This is going to be an impromptu one. There we go. Okay, now that we're done, let's just keep this gravy train going. I think we're about to cross the 1400 kilometer mark. Yeah, 1399. Come on. 1400. Okay, here we go. In just 22 kilometers will have covered 100 kilometers on this stream, which doesn't usually go this smoothly as it did this time. We're in the grasslands again. The sunset approacheth. Okay, that was close. I'm guessing that those wavy lines are the game figuring out what the next terrain is kind of going to be like. And that it does that every 10Ks or so. Lights are on. Lamppost remain to my right. There are enormous, clearly visible structures over yonder. I shall not venture there. Because today we're in the business of covering ground, kids, and brother, business is booming. Still going. Oh, just 11 kilometers to go to do 100. Okay. Yes, this is what we're talking about. I had a wonderful run. Well, we're having a wonderful run. Not entirely overburdened with things. We're just driving. And at this bit, despite the fuel economy not being tremendously good, we're still going a hell of a lot further on a tank. I saw those blinking lights for a moment there. Oh, I do hope that those gallons of coffee I'm having are keeping me awake. There we go, we need food. But we're going to keep driving for 10 kilometers before we stop. See if there's any interesting building. And then if there isn't, we just drop trowel by the side of the road. And there is one. There it is. Well, aren't we lucky? Great box. Some gasoline. There you go. And that's not quite enough to shit myself. So I'm just going to grab some meat. Drink some water. Yeah, once it drops to 10 or under 10, we have to figure out where to get water. There we go. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. So now the water towers get to be useful again. Oh, and we're about to do 1422, which means we are indeed there. We've done 100 kilometers. Let's see if we keep this train going all the way to 1500, and from there, well, who knows. A new dawn is starting to break. On this slightly less doomed run of the long drive. If you stuck around, thank you so much for sticking around. Because this... Well, I knew that this was going to take a while. Lights are off. Oh, that's a garage. That is the best building. So what are we looking for? Barrel of water, I think. I'll take that sponge in case we need it. That is a full fucking motorcycle. Empty. Empty. Some horrendous concoction. Speaking of horrendous concoctions. Diesel. Paint. Okay, it's filled with... Okay, that is blood. Empty. Oil.
Nothing left to do. My options nowadays are less than few. Don't have any other choice but to accept the truth. Don't have any other choice except the truth. Yeah. Now I got nothing left to do. My options nowadays are less than few. Don't have any other choice but to accept the truth. Don't have any other choice except the truth. It's who I am, yo.
Okay, how do I dismount? Okay, there we go. Sit on that one. Okay, the autosave is going to come in handy then. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Which button did I push that made this thing do that? Not that one. That can go in the back seat. Come on. No idea why the hand is like that, but we're going to keep it that way. Yeah, no idea what could have possibly caused that. This is actually easier, surprisingly. Okay, it wasn't easier. No, but for real chat, if anyone has any idea how to keep my hand from being stuck like that, I've just shot myself in the car. Right now we actually need a water tower. But where do you find a water tower at this hour? Yeah, and at this speed I don't care that you are fondling the dashboard weird anonymous representation of JW Shields. I just care for this to keep going. There we go. Chocobar. Bucket filled with a whole bunch of shit. Meat slab. That's oil, that's alcohol. That's me pausing and going and figure out what's happening. Jesus Christ. Hmm. Okay, so just pausing and God fucking this game is trying to kill me. Please believe that. Okay, nothing there. Oh, there it is. License plate, that's closed. We're going to find water somewhere else. So it seems the reverse psychology trick to work. It says mountains, but I'm actually in the plains and doing decent progress. At this point, the only thing slowing me down is me trying to find resources, and that's half the fun of the game. That being said, I do hope we see a water tower soon. Otherwise, this is going to be a little bit complex. Well, water tower, mansion, giant diesel truck, those usually have a fuel tank filled with water for some godforsaken reason. In the meantime, let's just have a cozy drive. Oh, it seems he had spawned something large over yonder. It may be a mansion because the road is heading that way. And if it is a mansion, we're set because mansions usually have huge water tanks. Either that or it's just a giant rock. Or a boat because we're no longer going in that direction. Oh yes we are. Okay, that's a Travant. Let's just... There you go. Fuel tank empty. And it's air cooled. Anything on the trunk? No. Oh, that's a dead golf. That's promising. That's paint. Empty. Bad thing. No engine. No trunk lid. Okay, that's a brush, but I don't have anything that needs it. Well, no water on this one either. But that's okay. Oh, that green light at the front is going up really quickly. Guessing that's the alien returning back home to its planet. Yeah, I am seeing bright flashes of green occasionally on my screen. If they are captured, that's going to be really interesting for you. If they aren't, my graphics card is dying. Either way, content. Oh yeah, this is what we're talking about. That was a nice load, wasn't it? Just us cruising really, really quickly. Is that the only light switch then? I suppose. Binoculars. Sausage. There is nothing important. I still haven't found what I'm looking for actually. Let's just... Yeah, I need to get some food. Going the wrong way. Lamppost should be on my right. There we go. I should have picked up that empty drum from the last service station, put it in the trunk, and then that would have been the water drum once we find something. Once we find some water in here in a minute or two. Oh, but we really are covering ground between the stops. Perfect. Nailed it. Now let's... Let's just get the bits of cactus off. Okay, I've well and truly sucked that one dry. There we go, and yeah, that is what I expected. Truck with no motor, no anything. Cigarettes, a gold bar. Ah, it's so bare bones it doesn't actually even have a fuel tank. Disappointing. Can't believe it, we're almost 2 hours in. And unlike our previous mistake, we are actually doing some progress. We're about to do 1472, which is 150 kilometers, which is an average of 75 an hour. So we are going a hell of a lot faster than we were the past couple of streams. Changing biome again, but we're still flat. Oh, it's the AI Clanker offering me cheap views. I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, bud? Were you missing getting banned? Things that I'm not going to dig for. Another lantern, a level. Oh, the level is going to be good. But this time we're going to be attaching it to there. I think that is attached. Yes, it is. Yeah, whatever is there, it isn't worth it. Okay, that resets it. Let's just put it there and okay, I think the height bubble is working. Now I know what I need to do. We're going to attach it like this. No, no, we're not going to do that. We're just going to leave this in a bin. I know if it's uphill. Ooh, 1474. As we near the 2 hour, well, as we're exactly on the 2 hour mark. So it is 75 kph. I see water towers. Oh, but we're not going towards them. Tell you what, let's save here. 1474, 1322, 1385. 1476. And we're gonna be making our way to that water tower right there. And we're going to be reloading that save. And we're going to try and make it to the water tower again. That is a rock that fucked me over last time. Nearly there, nearly there. There we go. 18, 19. Okay. There we go. And we're going to save here. 61385. Because we could get lost on our way back. This shitload of rocks looks familiar, but I still don't see the road. Or indeed any lampposts. Oh, there they are. Now we want for nothing. We just keep going. This is where I'm going to get angry because we're going to be driving right past a... No, we're not driving past the water tower. We're still driving away from them. But that's okay because we can put the hammer down. I can go back to ignoring buildings. Ha 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 ha. Oh my god, I have lost my mind. $14.90, we're very close to... We're very close to leaving Ohio and going to Indiana. Grass, hooray! Again, I might be quiet, and there may be... I might be quiet and there may be uncomfortableness, however, that is just because I am actually going the fucking distance on this one. We're making up for an awful lot of time lost in those mountains. Yep, just hug the apex. Hug it. We go. That is the sort of music that you want to hear when you're driving around the desolate highway. Oh, yes. Yeah, let's just ease it through the corners. But apart from that, no mercy. 1503, you can wait 5 kilometers. You can wait even more, but at this moment all I want to do is just blast through this godforsaken mess. There we go, there we go, there we go, and punch it. Dawn of a wonderful new day. What day is it? I can't tell. My water is on the way of my watch. I can see the planes, which I didn't think were an option, flying off, same direction as I am. Could have saved an awful lot of time, but no. Let's drive 1508. We are in the wonderful state of Indiana. Yeah, the discrepancy, you can't see it because there is an out of the way, but the discrepancy on the odometer and the distance away from starter home uh, counter are now over 100 kilometers. So when we actually make it to kilometer 5000, there may still be 100 or so Ks to go before we reach the end of this particular mess. Yeah, how could I stop just to have a steak and some water and piss and shit myself when I can just... Oh. Okay, there was a biome change, so I guess we can do it right here. Okay, so I want to think that the clock didn't get stuck, but we'll see if it just starts like turning dark at noon according to it. Okay, the biome change has me kind of scared. Apologies for that. The coffee is just keeping me awake for this long and arduous and perilous journey. Yep, keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay. Let's just ignore that. And how did the dent on the roof happen, Mr. Shields? You know, officer, I have no idea. Oh, and I can see the road over yonder and it's still flat. Thank you, God. Oh, I think that actually is a mansion. Yep, yes it is. Irrelevant for me right now. Yeah, how much is the discrepancy? Let's see, 1416 to 1530, so it's 120 clicks. That's not good. That is not good at all. That is an additional hour at least. 2 hours in all likelihood. Yeah, at 168 we are actually climbing, but very, very slowly and very, very gently. Right, right, right. Oh, there is a dust storm over there. I think we're also going to be able to drive away from that one. No, I don't want it to explode in chat. I don't have a compass, everything is going to get fucked up. I'm going to get stuck there. And then how am I going to make it to the yacht? Is that... oh, that's not a second mansion, that's a boat. And we are mercifully driving away from the boat. And the sandstorm looks to be moving away from us, so... everything is coming up Team Lada. No cars appearing in the middle of the road, got lucky. Oof, oof, oof. Just adjusting myself a little bit. We have been driving for a good long while now. And I think that provided there aren't any mountains, we can actually make it to 1620. But we're going to do it relatively quickly before this hour is over. Locking in. Another water tower over yonder. We are moving away from the dust storm at speed. I wonder if it will destroy something that we looted already. That would be adding insult to the injury, wouldn't it? Oh, but I am actually getting a little bit tired. Just a little bit. A little bit tired, a little bit drowsy. And drowsy is the enemy here. Hello, nice giant rock. No, I don't want to. No, giant rock formation. I don't want to join your cult. No, I haven't been here before. No, I can achieve my inner peace just by meditation and drugs. Lots and lots and lots of drugs. So people who want to worship the rock temple, there it is. Just step out of the Lada station wagon and never ever come back. Okay, also no matter what I try, whenever I try to wake myself up by biting my tongue, it never works. Ooh, that's what happens when you're sleepy, kids. Let's see. Okay, from the top. Handbrake is on, okay. Rear bumper. Mount wheel to tire, mount tire to car. Get the sponge and that is clean, and we still have a little bit of sponge left. Right, that goes there. Close the door. Reinstall gauge pad. Reinstall mirror. Adjust. Okay, that's going to stave off progress and me sleeping for a little bit. Also, if we make it 1622, we'll have actually advanced so much in the past hour or so that our average speed is going to be 100 kilometers per hour, 62 miles, which is actually really good, especially when we compare it to past performance. But it can't be the fault of the planes because we still have the planes. The planes are important. We're going slightly downhill, but that's fine. Also, it's not really downhill, it just kinda looks like it. Okay, I'm seeing the trail of lights going over yonder. We still have planes for a little while longer yet. Okay, let's save it a little there. Because I run using inertia, and inertia seems to be going because we're going very slightly downhill. By the way, is it the sleep-induced hallucinations, or did I just see a tree trunk that looks suspiciously like a one of those taxidermy deer heads with the antlers and all? I'm sure that I saw it, but then again, I've been awake so long that everything starts to feel like a hallucination. Fortunately, I took my pills and none of y'all disappeared, so things are going well for me, I think. Oh, 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 oh. Right, 2 hours and 40, which means I still have about 20 minutes of this shit. Which is about 45 kilometers. So, I think we're going for that. Wheels are there, everything's there. I don't think we're... Oh! Oh, are we climbing again? Because if we're climbing again... I shall have to stop and get some help. Okay, I didn't figure out how the slap sounded on microphone, but now I know. Oh, that trailer spawning was lethal. Yep, yeah, we are climbing. Yes, we are. Okay, so first of all, this is going to be a excellent demonstration over why you shouldn't drive tired. Second of all, I think that was the final warning sign, so what I'm going to do is just park this thing on the road. Over here at Actually, let's just finish rolling the odometer. Mile marker 1565. We started. Oh! We did nearly 100 kilometers in about 45 minutes. Okay, now this is the one that we're going to overwrite. And let's see. We have done... Oh, nearly 250 kilometers. Which means we were averaging about 81 kph. So that is actually quite fantastic. This is, I think, where we're going to finish our drive of today. At this moment, I just want to say, guys, chat, if you're still here, if you managed to see me through all of this, I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming around, hanging out, watching me drive for a bit. JW Shields, as you can tell, if this is the first time that you have seen me, find me on Twitch or on YouTube. I have a blog which is going to be updated very, very soon, and a Twitter which didn't get updated at all today. So it shows you how well I can manage my social media platforms. I want to continue making distance on the long drive, but I know that Monday is Doom Night, so that one of course is the one scheduled, and that is the one that shall take preference, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. At this moment I am going to close stream. Join me the next time until we see each other. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you all very, very soon.